dong. Ding dong. I light a candle for every pump I missed. Little screenshot coffin laid out like this. FOMO in a black suit carrying the weight of the coin that's now worth a house and a date. I stand at the grave in my pajamas and socks, crying over pixels while I sip cheap coffee. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. Another green spike, another funeral bell. Another should've bought, another private hell. I bury the hope, I bury the dream, I bury the chance to be on the winning team. The eulogy short, just a sigh and a shrug. Another pump gone, another missed drug. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. I could close the app, I could go to sleep, I could do anything, but I'm here mourning coins that never knew my name. Hoping 20T sleeps brings a resurrection game. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again, ding dong. Ding dong. Right. Another green spike that's gonna rub. Another dip that's gonna hug my face. Burn it down, yeah? I've been long since the dawn of time. Every pump feels like a pantomime. I buy the rumor, I sell the news. I hold the bag till I'm black, I'm blue. Solana's frozen, Ethereum's gas is dear. I'm still here waiting for the atmosphere. Thought I'd ride the wave, thought I'd be fine. Now I'm staring at red like it's 2009. I'm tired of losing, tired of the grind, tired of pretending I don't mind. The trend's been my enemy far too long. Time to flip the script, time to be wrong. Burn it down, let the whole thing burn to the ground. Burn it down, I'm done being the clown. Burn it down, short at the lows, fuck the rebound. Burn it down, I don't give a fuck anymore. So I shorted the bottom, thought I'd be clever. Watch it bounce 15%, brilliant, whatever. Covered at the top, re-shorted again. Now I'm long by accident, kill me now, amen. Leverage ate me, liquidation bell rang. I'm back to square one with a fresh new pang. The market's laughing, it's got perfect aim. Every time I switch sides, it does the same. I wanted the trend to be my friend, not the bastard that kicks me again. But the market's a joker, the market's a tease. It plays me like I'm on my knees. Burn it down, let the whole thing burn to the ground. Burn it down, I'm done.
The ringing of the cowbell. Ding dong.
Burn it down, short at the lows, fuck the rebound.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Burn it down, burn it down. Burn it it down, burn it down. Funny innit, thought I'd master the game, thought I'd outsmart the flame. Now I'm shorting at bottoms, longing at peaks, still getting wrecked every week. But sod it, raise your warm lager high to the greatest bear market in the burn it down, let the whole thing burn to the ground. Burn it down, I'm done being the clown. Burn it down, short at the lows, fuck the rebound. Burn it down, I don't give a fuck the rebound. Burn it down, burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down.
It's time to go.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Push the button? That, why don't you use your grown-up words, road dog?
I see a green
Push the damn button.
See, that wasn't so hard now, was it? That's all you gotta do. Can't mind it, though.
No more love.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I sincerely thank you.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup. Maybe I held too long.
Oh, good ass coffee. How's it going, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. We're watching Bitcoin. Flush me out on that. We talked about it on the day stream that I did earlier. So that little white line invalidated my pattern. And this little guy that we looked at last night, remember we were talking about, and I was talking about this earlier today for some of you there, this might be repetitive, and we were talking about, man, there's going to be a lot of flag patterns over here. This is going to be kind of wild. It really looked like it really wanted to go up. It did for a long time. It went level for a long time, and we're talking about how hard it is to short, and I wasn't shorting there. I was still, I'm still waiting for my invalidation if it ever comes, and hopefully, I was thinking we were going to bounce down here at this area. But we didn't. We went for the deeper one that I was hoping that, that was not going to happen. Stopped out, and not by very much, but still, is what it is. Every little bite, every little nibble nibbles away. Yeah, little market maker bastards there. But I did, when you come down this far, right? When you put your stop loss at the a little bit lower than the low of 74,000, or you want to take it all the way down to like 72,000. I mean, that was dirty. They're dirty little bastards out there is what they are. Those market makers, clever little runts that they are. But anyway, so we had this harmonic pattern, which is a bearish pattern, meaning it should come down. I was expecting it to come down. It took it forever to do any damn thing. And like, oh, you suck, Road Dog. We're getting ready to go to the moon. And we never did take out this high over here. And I was watching that, and it was kind of concerning that we didn't even get it the first time, right? We didn't even make that high. So a lot of people were over here looking for inverted head and shoulder patterns and things like that. And that's, that could have happened. Nothing wrong with that. Seen these happen before, but it didn't happen this time. And the only thing that would have told me that because the moving averages are saying we're flipping, we're getting ready to go on these small time frames. It's looking good. Indicators are looking good on smaller. I can't remember what they were on the bigger ones. I was just watching it going on over here, trying to. What are you doing? And what it is the psychology of the harmonic patterns, and this is considered a type 2 return, meaning that when price got back up there, about about almost 79.3, whatever, it comes back down, it comes back up again. It came up back here, just lower highs there. Anyway, but you kind of do a double top or whatever situation is what it looks like. You might even be able to dive deeper. Sometimes they are a pattern themselves called a 5-0. I've still got some studying to do on the 5-0 patterns, but they usually happen after these little boogers. Anyway, so the people that shorted over here were the smart ones, but man, the people you could be shorting over here and getting stopped out every time it come up if you didn't have your stops, at a much higher place like at 80,000. So you would have had to have, a small. You could build a small, and that probably would have been the best way to do a small short. Start building one with a nice stop loss above, but you got to give yourself some leeway with these stop losses because gosh darn it, they're too good at coming and getting you. Or playing with your head while you're trying to short something down, man. I think a lot of failed shorts were happening. I would have failed if I was trying to short it because I've shorted the chop before. And then finally the harmonics kick in, right? And then we come down. Now the thing that was different about this one is that she came down to our 272 area. I was looking at an 886. It went for the deeper version, which I did not want to happen, but it doesn't matter what I want. It's what the market does, right? But these are the recurring harmonic frequencies. These are the current Fibonacci frequencies, levels that we look at on a routine basis. We know how to use them. We know when they come in, and still finessing some of that, but we got a good handle on when to find these little bottomsies and topsies over here. So we got something. Now that happened and our bigger pattern invalidated, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this little guy. Hey, little guy, let me mark you. Turn. Yeah, there you are. I'll make you red. The color of embarrassment. All right, so we had this pattern right here that just played out right there. Do you know that we can also look, since we broke this bigger one, there's reciprocal patterns out there, and that's what I've been talking about right over. Where did it go? This one. There's actually two. There's a nested possibility here in here. Actually, this turned into something else. We were talking, and I put it over in the Telegram group after I noticed we were getting a pull there. That 618 pullback right there, or 382. That's even better. We're setting up for an AB equals CD. It's a common thing that happens after these, so that's right in line. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just going to make a little adjustment here. It's not necessarily going to be this. It could. You can do that, I guess. No, that works. Actually, that's not the targets I'm looking for, though. So we had this initial trend line, and trend lines always start out really nice, and they got to mature a little bit, and then finally they hopefully take off here a little bit, right? Still don't have a good solid trend line here. Just two touch areas is what I'm calling this. But it does look like we could preemptively look for a support resistance slip along those angles, and that's why I pay attention to angles. And we got something right here, and we could be looking at a channel idea, right? So I do that. I look at that. But the bigger thing that I was looking at, here's the reciprocal pattern I'm looking for. And like I was explaining earlier today, so I'm not coming from up here to do it. We're coming from not even from here to do it. It's this way right here is where I'm found this one. And that kind of indicates if it plays out up here, 83,300, that we're rolling over and probably coming down. That would be a lower high from here and come back down. But I do see a harmonic pattern right here. Fits all the requirements very nicely. Like it's supposed to be, so it's got a good probability of actually coming up here to this area, and this would be the area we want to start looking for shorts. And then there might be a sooner area before we get up there. But what's curious, what we're looking for here when it comes to these guys, you see this little one I just drew over here, this you see this ABC. When the rules of the game is that if it gets past this guy right here without coming down like it's doing an ABCD, They call it the BAM, BAMM, the BAM. And I know my buddy Joe's not going to like this, but it's called BAT. I would say it should be called B. Oh man, I forgot what the A was, but it stands for magnet. For magnet. Momentum magnet is what it's called. Momentum magnet. I think that's kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find that again. That was something new to me. I've never heard of the BAM, but I've heard of the concept. But I didn't know it would. That was a unique way to look at it. Bat action magnet move. That's what it's called, a bat action magnet move, and it can apply to any harmonic. So if you're drawing one out in the B point and you get past that B point, it means a stronger move up here to this target, which for this one we got at $79. But what I'm looking at is the 1-to-1 AB equals CD. Just make sure we got that tied in here. Yeah, same thing. So two ways that we can get an AB equals CD. It also looks like one of them little, okay. Well, and that is interesting. All right, these guys are based off of that anyway. All right, so locally, I'm seeing a play up to 79, and then there'll probably be a pullback. My guess would be to test this trend line that we're getting ready to break out. Even if you were just applying the traditional patterns right here and just looking at this channel, we do have a measured move that could be taking us to the upside, because these falling channels, these descending channels, have about a 64% chance to break to the upside, whereas falling wedges have a 68% chance to break to the upside. That also gets us right in the vicinity with that little measure move to our $83,300 target on this particular chart. This is the Coinbase chart against the dollar. Make you holler. I get paid to do the wild thing. We broke back past that area that we lost. That's bullish. Temporarily, right? Temporarily. They flushed everybody out, swept everybody, got everybody scared and everything. Now some people are starting along, and I think we'll get a little traction on it. But basically in that same area is the main area that we lost when I first was looking at having to start look at invalidation of my bigger idea, which was a giant. Where did it go, man? Yeah, it was this guy right here. This is the guy from the last time that we were here in April, all the way up to her high. Came down, and she was doing beautiful for the type 2 retest, but she invalidated. So it looks like in the bigger scope of things, the verdict out is for me right now anyway, is trend line is broken. All signs are we're looking for a bearish retest of that big ass trend line on the bigger time frames to see if I can draw this out. You're not the thing I'm looking for there. I'm going to let's erase this one. Which one is this one? This is Binance. You're not the one I'm currently working on, are you? That's cool. All right, I need a bigger picture thing over here. So this is on the daily, and we just take it up there to the wicks, bodies to wicks, and we cut right in here. And this would be effectively kind of like a bear flag. So the bear flag people seem to have gotten some traction on that call right there. And what I'm looking for, what we could be looking for, is the bearish retest of this area. I want to go ahead and move it down here, because more than likely that's what we'll do, is test the bottom of it right there. And that's around, could be up to 90,000, somewhere through there. Could happen. Come back up and test Miss Lucy, the little red line over here, as all these other moving averages start crisscrossing over. Next major move that we're looking for, next major thing as far as the moving averages go on the daily, is to watch this 200 cross that 360. That would be a big one to look for. On the more shallow side, it would be the ones crossing Miss Lucy. That's the 666 moving average here, which was giving us some support until she decided, I got you. We're right where I want you. And she went all demon ass on us and drug us down to hell. All right, and that's what she's good for. Anyway, they're crossing negatively over there. So there's a damn good chance we can come back up, test 800. That's at 82.1, and quite possibly Miss Lucy, which is hanging around about 88,000 now, and retest these areas. But we are definitely on the old downtrend, and we made a lower low here, and that's all it takes. She is now official. She is now official. That was the last tick in the box right there to declare. You can't really ignore it anymore now. And so for a lot of pattern traders, they're looking at this idea. There's two different ideas, and I think we talked about them before. One, you can take a horizontal line from this last top that we're at about 73,000 for support. And by gosh darn it, isn't that a great place that we actually did bounce from? We made a lower low here, but we actually bounced from support there. Now that's kind of cool. I can't get this line won't get off. It's sticking on my mouse like a booger. Flick it, flick it, flick it. We flicked the last time we did it, we flicked it off. I got a booger on my finger and I can't flick it off. Got a booger on my finger and I can't flick it off. Yeah, seriously. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, we got it off. What the? I think Mercury must be going in retrograde or something. 19 people hanging out with me. I'll be over and see you in just a second here. All right, so here we go. 50 moving average is also coming up there, crossing Miss Lucy. It's about 88,000. So 50 moving averages drop gradually from 110 to 102 and on down, and 50 moving keeps coming down, don't you? It's the one on the weekly that we're hoping to go test, but that didn't happen. Now the 21 crossed bearishly over it. So if you look at where we are, probably last cycle, we're here comparatively for what we did. We're doing the same things that we did right over here. Just a little different because nothing's exactly the same, right? And eventually we could get a bigger drop and come on down. Now, what I do want to do over here is come from swing low to swing high, and let's take our major Fibonacci's and take that area. 0.5 Fibonacci's a little bit, so we're bouncing. We're catching some traction on the 0.5. The 0.6 will probably come into effect here. Actually, I think that might be where we are. And, you know, that very well might be close to bottom area. If we've only got a few more months, you know, 1 year of a bear market on average from the tops, or some October to October, if we're looking for that. So 2026 could lead into 2027, which could be a decent year, kind of reminiscent of what we had back here over here from 2023 on up to 2024, which was pretty gosh darn good. Pretty gosh darn good. So you got plans for how you're going to accumulate some Bitcoin, stack up on some Bitcoin, and treat it with a little bit more respect this season? I'm having to treat mine with more respect this season because I got a little flamboyant with mine, putting it out there, putting it in on some altcoins. That was a dumbass move right there. But historically, altcoins would outperform them. And I thought I had some good winners there, and some of them were. And some of them did do good, but somebody didn't take profit. Somebody thought, we still got more left in the cycle. And I didn't think that was greed talking, but apparently that's what greed sounds like. That's the first whispers of greed in your ear. So I think a more regimented approach is going to be necessary as they get a lot more nasty trying to steal everybody's Bitcoin over here, in my personal opinion. But let's look for the 618. We could be setting up for a nice major harmonic. We could on it right here too, but I don't know about that. That's 57 if we do dare go down that low. If we do, it's not a bad thing. It might, and it'll probably be a slow burn process to get down there if we do, right? And still good chances to be coming up a little bit, just not making any more higher highs. So that high over here at 97 most likely was the last little high our little asses are going to see for a little minute. Possibly. But we can probably get a little closer to it. And the closer that we get to it, we can start looking at how to play this to the downside, until at one point too many people were playing it to the downside and tired, and enough people were sold and giving up on Bitcoin, and then I don't know whatever the situation is looking like over there. But it could be right at this trend line down here at the 618 area. It could be rolling over through here. Doesn't have to, maybe 60. The rule of thumb is that, as a general rule, it's right in the vicinity of where your last peak was, unless we're doing something really cool. Now, peek this out. What if we're doing some Elliott wave crap? And what if this is our 1, 2, and this is our 3, 4, and that 4 cannot overlap that 2, therefore it will not come down that far and not touch that, and we're getting ready to just bump our little happy asses up to something crazy. You want to ask Elliott what he thinks, because sometimes he's smoking crack. He's not, well, you look, No, Elliott says we're going to 24,000. It's all over for Bitcoin. It's all over. Really? Let me zoom out a little. See, here's the scenario. If you go out to the monthly, that's one. Yeah. So on shorter term time frames, he's bearish too. But look at this idea. Now this is related to that idea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whether it's coming up to 138 or 179, that would be the little sneaky thing to be watching for, in my personal opinion. That could happen. Because we got a perfect setup for something like that to happen. We just don't come down further than this. That means we can't come down much further than what we have. From this perspective, and going along with Ichimoku Cloud, there's a little bit leaning into this, I got to say, on the monthly. So, are you bullish or bearish? I'm just observant. I'm trying to be observant. I'm not trying to really have a bias, but right now the smaller term, even down to the weekly and the daily, they've been telling us bearish for a while. This is an interesting idea, and I think it's worth putting on the back burner right here. Because this could happen, and this is price action. So if 2026 is going to be, surprisingly a good year, and I still think if the economy and everything starts turning around here, we get over a few little humps here and get some things straightened out, that we'll start seeing the effect of all the work that's been done so far and start seeing some rewards from those things, and it will pour into things, and especially like Bitcoin, I believe. Altcoins, I think they're cooked, man. For the majority of them, unless you pick the certain spot ones, but as majority, they just oversaturated. That market's going to be hard to recover, and you got tokenized real world assets coming to also soak up that liquidity that has been in altcoins. And so what do you think people are going to do that are in some underperforming altcoins and some shaky projects and maybe meme coins that'll eventually, I'm just saying, what do you think happens? Eventually people get tired of this ain't working, this is crap. People are making money over there with that stuff. Maybe I should take money out of here, whatever's left, and put it over there. Eventually, that kind of thinking starts coming through, and then it starts happening and stuff. So, I'm just saying. But this is I like this. And I can still see no invalidations of this idea yet. 9 hasn't crossed the 21. It is possible. It is still possible for this to happen. So, that is one thing. I don't know if anybody else is talking about this or anything, but here is the wick. And, right here, and we didn't touch it. That's the perfect place. So there is a chance this may be our low. But this is the only thing that I've got to support that idea right now. My other idea is invalidated, so I can't. And even this coming back up doesn't make it valid anymore. So maybe we're not just an immediate bounce here. Maybe it's a long ass painful consolidation here. Now that could be possible. That could be possible. What if we do some kind of thing over here or just range here a little bit, consolidate? It wouldn't look like what I drew, I don't think, though. Just judging by the monthly candles. Oh, crap. Let me get that. I'm trying to erase you, but sometimes it works on Trading View and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's going on with it. But, here's one. Maybe we do something, kind of like this. Let's borrow that for a moment, shall we? Let's see. Is this the... We're looking for the bars pattern or the bars thing. You want to go to the bar? The bar, yeah, this thing. Let's see if we can borrow something that looks like that. What? Oh, that would not go with you, Elliott. I could see that down to my area, something like this happening. I could see that. But Elliott's thinking we might do it here at this level, and it could not go any lower for Elliott's idea to happen. So maybe we just shrink this down a little bit. But it might consolidate here before it actually, goes up further. Some kind of idea. I don't know. I could see this happening. That would be nice. It'd go back up and retest that. That could be 100,000. It might do the 50 moving average and play around a little bit, and eventually, the weekly, the 50 moving average is down here on this one. It's just something to watch for, to park in your back burner, but there is an argument, there's a scenario, and let's look at the other indicators over here, because the ones I got say it could happen. MACD's saying it's going to take a lot of work if it's going to happen. So she's got to round out and start getting lighter histograms on the monthly. That's quite a feat to ask. We look at the RSI, and it's like not impossible for that to happen. Not impossible. I mean, we're heading down, yeah, but we can flip back up. If you're looking at this guy over here, and you take your little measure move of that little head and shoulders guy over there, we're kind of right at the place to turn around for it. So it could happen. I don't have anything else solid here. But what if you do catch, and what if it does start turning around? That would be what to look for, right? So on the monthly, what is this, RSI? What if it starts turning like that? That would be a good sign to be looking for. My reverse button doesn't work anymore. Gosh darn it. What the hell? Reverse it. Forward it. See? If I'm going to reload you. You just pissed me off. All right. And now we're off the monthly. And I don't even know where I'm at right now. All right. Let's come over to the chat and look at things. We'll get to you guys' opinion over here. Let me zoom back into where I am, small term. Time frames here. So that's an interesting theory like that. I like that. And we're seeing some they're bearish patterns, but we got to see what happens over here and then how we react. So we might be looking at that happening, laying out as we speak with this bearish pattern up to this area, come back down a little bit. Maybe we'll get something else and tells us, and maybe we can start climbing our way up a little bit before we come back. I don't know. But that's a good argument. I want to watch that. What I want to do is leave me a little post-it note reminding me, or else I'll forget this stuff. And you're like, oh my God, but it was right there and you didn't see it. Okay. Monthly, monthly Elliott wave. I'll put bullish monthly Elliott wave. How's that? And Ichimoku cloud. It's all one word. All right, so I want to keep that in mind. All right, well, 30 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here tonight.
For those of you that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with me tonight. You are all the cool kids in the world right here. PMO Postmodern Oddities, shout out to you. Shout out to Strega. We got Ave Medina in the house. Shout out to Ave, the Scar. Good to see you guys. Who else have we got here? I hope I didn't miss anybody. MG Motorsports, how's it going, MG? Duality C, good to see you too, my man. Rogue, how's it going, Rogue? Good to see you. Rogue Shadow. And we got Jacob Benjamin. How's it going, Jacob? Glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. FCL says you. How about you too? The Bad Wolf says howdy. Meet Damien. How's it going, Damien? My triple digits percentage 30-day P&L lost that. Now I'm only up 20%. Now I'm only up 20% for the month of February. Smash the like, says Joe. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you very much. B. Damon says, I'm trying to short Bitcoin at 77 or take a long at 73. I thought we were coming down to 73, but I'm not thinking that anymore. And I'm watching, as soon as, if we break that little area right there, that B point, then I'm looking for a quick move over here to 79. And I'm looking at a bigger idea that's taking us up to 83, but from there, possibly down. But I don't know if you just saw what we saw on the monthly Elliott. I mean, it's just an idea to follow. But so far, that idea has not been broken. And so, wow, it just makes it's for me. I take that as be cautious. Don't get too bearish is what that tells me with that monthly setup, because they might flip it on us. And there's a reason, and there's a hidden reason that everybody's going to see on the monthly that they're going to flip it. Everybody will be looking at the weekly, daily, and they look kind of bearish, the 2 week maybe. But that one thing on the monthly, that's a valid idea for the bigger grand scheme of Bitcoin. I could see how that could play out. So careful getting too bearish right now, in my personal opinion. You guys can do whatever you want to do. I won't judge you. I will wait till those levels hit. Patience, mi amigo. I got 11,000 views posting up monster truck short videos on my YouTube channel this weekend. Well, that's crazy. Maybe we're doing it all wrong, aren't we? I was like, what the hell is this foreign chart stuff? We want monster trucks and girls in bikinis. I try to help with the girls in bikinis things here, but it just doesn't get the traction. Maybe I need a monster truck. Maybe that might work. Maybe, right? We do have maybe it's still, I could change this out to a monster truck right here. This little guy. Whoa! Dang. See, that should be a monster truck, and maybe we can get more views around here. I'm just trying to connect some dots there. Something really big will have to happen to get this to $210,000 or higher at this point. Yeah. There's still some analysis looking for that. Even and some of the time frames being for that around July. So I don't know. I park this stuff in the back of my brain just to try to hopefully pull up if there's ever any kind of signs of something crazy like that going to happen. But looking forward to my posting of travel content on my channel when I'm in Costa Rica in April. Congratulations, my man. Glad things are working out for you. Now's the time to double down for the move up. I've got a trade over there. I've got a new account here for the channel over with Blowfin, and there's a campaign going on, but I haven't got all that stuff set up yet. But it's going to run until March, and you have a chance to win a Rolex if we sign up under Road Dog. But yeah, I think you can be a member and still get in and do it. You don't have to be a new person or have a new account, if I read it right. But I had some trouble trying to get something through today, so I didn't get that set up for the stream. But I do have some trades open over there on Blowfin, which I like that exchange. It took me a minute to figure out how to do the stop loss, but then it's like simple. You just grab it and drag it. I was like, hell yeah. That's easy. Scar says, I will buy a ton of ETH when it reaches 2,000 and below. I bought some Bitcoin today on my iTrust account. And saving a little for some, you never know what's going to happen. You can only put so much over there here, right? So you got to keep some in cash. Keep that little retirement GGN at bay. Sean, stay away from my damn iTrust account. And I'm in Bitcoin, gold, and silver over there. And gold is about recovered on where my entry is. Silver's down still a little bit. I think my average entry is 92 on silver. I got in late. I forgot you could even do that over there. Johnny December says, hola fam, listening in the chat, listening but not in the chat. Much love. Hey, much love to you, Johnny December. That is quite all right with me. Just the fact that you're sitting here chilling, listening to the vibes, that's fine, man. Is Coinbase Advanced down? Is Coinbase Advanced down right now? I can't do anything. Buy and sell or grade out on everything. Are you getting the Coinbase experience right there? That's it. Yeah. I mean, it may be a great exchange. I hear some good things about, I don't know. I learned my lesson a long time with Coinbase. They go down right when you need them the most. So I don't do stuff over there. I did for a while. I thought they had a good exchange too when I don't know, they've had several different iterations of their trading platform. But they're never there when you need them. Pete Damien says, I got 29 new followers on my live stream on TikTok. They said it was more new followers than 100% of streamers with a similar following as mine. I have 6,300 followers over there. Hey, congratulations, my man. Shout out to you. Hey, Road Dog, is there a way to check the win percent on your Signal chat? Oh, not yet. But there is. That's the next step that we're going to do. So over here in the, it's been, I tightened up we limited it to 20 signals a day, right? And I've tightened up the strength on them. And how's it been doing? Did it do some today? But not too many. But yeah, that's the next step. We're going to track how well it does. And I've charted some of the setups, and I was kind of impressed with some of them. It looks like this is today's, isn't it? Is this today's? That's too many. February 3rd. That's today. So, and there's a lot of short signals over here. This one was at, oh man, that was in the morning though. That was in the morning. I may have tweaked it after. Oh, no, it hasn't posted any. I've got it too strong right now. I've got it too strong, or there's not picking up any signals. You should have picked up a signal. It should have picked up a signal. So I got to tweak it. You're running. You're up and running, right? Yeah, you're up and running. Okay. All right. So, but that is coming. What I didn't want it to do was just, put out too many. We want quality signals, but I've got it just a little too tight right now. It's a very fine line to adjust that. But I'll take care of that after the stream, and we'll start seeing some signals over there. And I advise you to chart them out. Don't just jump in willy-nilly. I mean, this is still going on, but so far so good. I've been kind of impressed with a lot of them. But it'll go from 15 minutes, and you'll probably see more of those. But the better ones will be the 2-hour ones for you swing traders out there, right? And then there is the Uber signal, which will be very rare, but that's when when the trade will line up across multi time frames. This looks for multi time frame setups too. We just haven't found one yet, right? So I still some tweaking to be going on tonight, but that is up and running over there, as well as the classroom area over here. I put up a Bullish Harmonic cheat sheet over here for anybody interested in harmonics. You see me leaning over there a little bit more and more as we go, right? And it was the next level on my roster or my curriculum to kind of start studying. So you guys get some exposure to it without having to pay for some big ass freaking course and stuff. I'm just saying. But Technical Tuesday. What our classroom wisdom thing said: chart patterns, indicator setups, core insight. Your edge comes from discipline, not discovery, and it gives you action items. It does a different thing every day over here, right? But there's something posted every day over here in our classroom, based on the traders of the great, right? The great traders of the past. Review your last 10 trades and find your most common mistake, and that's a good advice thing to do, especially at this point in the market, right? And then our news thing over here. The newsroom, it posts twice a day, and I haven't seen what the latest is over here. It gives you the headlines, and it covers, the market. Bitcoin ETF flows resume after 562 million single-day surge, and it gives you a summary of that headline. Breaking crypto winter declaration. Bitwise CIO says full-scale bear market active. Ad Hogan declares current crypto downturn full bore 2022 style. Winter, not a correction. Suggest end may be near with typical 13-month duration. I'm hearing that. I can see that. I mean, altcoins they've been in their bear market since 2024, in my personal opinion. Bitcoin drops to 75,000 as tech sell-off intensifies crypto decline. Bitcoin falls 5% to 75,000 amid broader market sell-off. Nasdaq down 2% as AI bubble concerns and macro stress hit risk assets hard. And it gives you the link to the articles right there. On-chain well activity intensifies. $800 million worth of XRP sales versus strategic accumulation. Large XRP holders sold $800 million in the past month, while 42 new millionaire wallets emerged. Mixed signals show distribution versus accumulation battle. And then Regulatory Clarity Act faces Senate delays as Coinbase withdraws support. Probably good reason behind that. Senate crypto bill postponed after Coinbase CEO cited too many issues, including DeFi restrictions, the stablecoin yield bans, timeline push. So that should probably get Trump a little bit more active in that to put a little bit more steer things, right? And I would say, since he's kind of heavily into crypto and he's kind of pissed at banks that debanked him and his family, I wonder which side he'll probably lean toward. I'm just saying. The bid is back. Bitcoin ETFs explode with $562 million inflows as institutions rush in again. Well, that's totally different from what we just read up there earlier, right? So we got some money coming in on ETFs. Be curious to see what the report is on ETF stuff today. But that's what's going on over there. Again, we do have the AI chart bot mentor over here. She's ready to go, ready to be. I've been tweaking and tweaking. And I think I've got it. I've not seen any major discrepancies lately or anything that I need to take care of. But you post a chart, except for it's not posting the original charts anymore. But you post a chart over here, and it will help you determine things. If you're trying to learn patterns or just want a second eyes on your chart and get some feedback on it, you got instant automatic feedback right over here. And it goes over what all it does. But it's based on Bukowski's pattern trading. I don't really have any Elliott wave in there right now. But the harmonics are also in there if you're kind of, working with those. And of course your traditional TA stuff and indicators, and especially the indicators I use, the moving averages and things like that. Should be able to recognize them and give you some quite good feedback. Also, in our regular lounge over here, I didn't know that this bot had expired, but I do have a bot over here, a CoinTrends bot. It's one that I pay for premium. It's been on here for a couple of years now, and I noticed it said upgrade to pro. Turns out I didn't need to upgrade. I still had 19 days left on that, but I knew it was around time. But it's up to date too. I don't know why it's saying it's not, but it does a lot of cool things too, and tells you everything it does over here. You just press that slash. I mean, it crypto heat map by market cap, crypto RSI market cap. Let's try that. Let's make it do some other stuff. And you can click all this stuff, and here was a heat map of what coins are here and where they are. It does Twitter. It does lots of things. I don't know, man. That's a pretty cool little bot. Things with the highest RSI, things with the lowest RSI. Highest RSI is on Cosmos Atom right now is what it says on the 4 hour. So we got a lot of tools and a lot of good stuff, as well as a lot of educational material over in our trading community there, just letting you know. And now we're coming over here. And we're going to come and we're going to take a look at this chart, which is a damn train wreck. This is our total 3 on the 4 hour. This is our altcoins. This is the reason why you saw my thumbnail. I saw this and I'm like, because I haven't looked at this in a minute, right? On the 4, I just haven't. I remember us looking at this idea, this bearish harmonic that came up here, and she did her type 2 return, and then it just died. It is doing like a deep crab or something right now, and let's see if we can figure it out. I think you went. Do I have you right? That's too deep. And we should be looking, I think, at the 1618 right here. Let me try one other different way here. Let's take it from down here. Do the complete reciprocal here. There we go. That one matches up. The 1618. That was it. So this is actually, this is a bullish setup. This is a bullish reversal if you want to know the truth. I'm just telling you. This is actually bullish. This is your. Oh, gosh darn it. This is your deep ass crab. Goes to the 1618. And they're a good. Oh, did I put the wrong thumbnail out by mistake? Is that it? Well, they say, right, the what is it? It's always darkest before the dawn, right? So if this is true, if this be true, I'm getting a little excited. I'm not getting as bad on these altcoins. I'm not shorting any altcoins or anything at the moment. I'm not even playing any altcoins. Actually, I'm thinking about making a rule not to play them. At least on the new account that I got, just so I can apply my rules. I was doing good on the last account that we had on the show until I got Degen, and it started. You can't get Degen on the small account. I'll be going over there in just a second. All right, from swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. And let's take it to the one that we measured from, and you can see we're at the 1618 right there. That's what we're looking at. What happened to my pattern? I just drew it on there. What the hell? Did I erase it? There it is. I erased it. Okay. So that's kind of cool, actually. And if it be the bottom, now we can set some targets to come up to. And right here, bearish retest of this trend line. Right there. So if the every damn time I do this. Every time I do this. All right, try it one more time. Okay, I got it. What is that? Stop doing that. What? There's nobody pressing. Stop it. See the kind of stuff that goes on around here? Damn computer's haunted. So 382 Fibonacci error right over there. So that's one way to look at it. I mean, get a bounce from here on altcoins. Now, will it break out? Now, if the Harmonic thing is true, I mean, this is a reversal when this is deep where they come and take out. They're here to scare people and get a rebound. Can this be the one that gets us? Oh my gosh. Are we trying to go bullish? I'm seeing some signs, man. I know I've just talked about it's just ticking off all these boxes, but after seeing that on the monthly and seeing some of these little peeps here. Anyway, so I would take it little by little, right? But at least we would be looking to come back up for a retest if you think altcoins are totally dead and be coming down here. If you don't think altcoins are dead, I would advise you to look for a bear trap idea, get back above that, because this one says that we could be headed back up here, and then there's some other very interesting targets a little bit of on this side that we'd be looking at for this. We'd be looking also for reciprocal for this guy too along the way, and that would probably take us right up here to those. So that's interesting. I would not have, if it wasn't for that, I would not have been looking. I would have been looking just for the bearish retest and probably down to here. But this is telling me something different and putting that in conjunction with a few other things. Just some things to look out for. So take this in conjunction, and then as we looked at specific altcoin charts, if they are in some good bottom formations, they might be the ones to look at to play. Nice rounded bottoms, if they're in the expansion phase of the rounded bottom part, those would be some good ones to start looking at, in my personal opinion. And they might be ready to, they'd be the first ones ready to do a nice pop. So that's kind of what I'd be looking as I look for altcoins. I want to look for bottom, any kind of bottom setups, and see where we can find the strongest ones. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come back to the chat. How you doing, chat? Speak out, says PMO. Back to zero. Oh, this is recent. I'm at the bottom of the chat. Hey! This time it's different. I like that song. My album is still not on freaking YouTube. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. I got one song, a single that I released, and it was just to kind of test if it would get there before the album, and it did. And I've already released 3 other songs not associated with the album. But this album should be on Spotify and every place else, just not on YouTube. I don't know what glitch happened there. I'm kind of pissed about it, though. We're gonna need a show. Can you please look at ladies? I'll take a look at ladies. We'll put it on the list over here. Scar says Monk is at a bottom. Mog 2 at the bottom. All these bottom time go bullish. Shake out, breakout. Look, bonk is rounding the bottom on the weekly. That's what we want to look for. I would look at ladies. I got that on my list there. All levels lost, Captain. Oh my God, stop talking. He's looking at chat now. What? Ding dong. B. Damon says, I always have fun years, but the last couple have been a lot of hard work on my end. Some trials and tribulations. I'm going to try and make this year a fun year and share it with you guys. I'm just trying to make them all fun years. Might be the time that we have to look at this market and tell it it's going to have to start listening to what we wanted to do now. And stop taking my money. You're going to give it back now. You're playing us too much. We're taking it back. Where is my is this my account over here, Blowfin? So I got a trade. Are we up or down? My USD is good. I got stopped out of my Bitcoin trade. Put my stop to, but it was in level with my risk factor, but actually it's a little bit outside my risk factor. But it got stopped out, so it's a little bit too tight for what I had set up there. USD trade on Bitcoin. This one right here is still going good. And I got my stop loss set down here. Pretty soon, as soon as I get a chance, when we get past this little B point here on our harmonic idea. Up here around this area, about 79.6. As soon as I get past the B point right here, about 76.8, move it up to break even there. Right now, I just got you on an old trend line as best I can here, just 2 touch points right now. A little lackluster on that trend line. But this is Blowfin, and some of you guys might already be over here or not, but I will be having a campaign over here very soon. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I don't have all the details on it just yet. Let me see if I can get the right picture over here. Oh, I did. I put it over in the lounge earlier today, didn't I? Yeah. So look at that. Look at that Blowfin and Road Dog Crypto trade deposit win bonuses. I'll have the links and everything shortly. I just haven't got it. But look, I get a Rolex 9400. And a lot of this was that have to do with trading volume. You'd be surprised how much trading volume that you can generate. That's why they like you so much. I get paid on the volume. For everywhere, all the changes. A Switch, AirPods, futures bonus of $20. They've got all these prices to give away, and I'll find out more of the details about how the campaign. But it will end on March 2nd, and I just got to get it up and get it activated here. Apple Vision Pro, MacBook Pro. Well, that'd be nice. iPhone 17. But that's kind of what we're looking at over there. All right, so Blowfin. I'm trading against Tether, and then I'm trading also against for the Bitcoin to grow Bitcoin, right? And so I bought, and I've still got a little over a spot that I can move over for this position too. So I bought some Bitcoin on spot, and I was trying to see if I can get some better spot prices to move over here slowly, depending on what we're doing. And we're just long and short it as we see it. And my original thesis is we're coming up here or up that higher area, and then I was looking for us to come down. All right. Just to be clear, this is my thesis. These are bearish things. I am looking for them to come down, and I will be looking for shorts. Maybe a scalp short over here. Maybe do it, may not. But there should be a scalp short here to take this down a little bit. And then this bigger idea to short from around 83. We just got to do our confirmations over here, and that would be a lower high from here. And this is spelling to me it's impossible continuation down, and we may come back and break that line, and all that monthly stuff that we could see gets invalidated. It could be happening, or depending on how we react after this stuff plays out, or if it does play out. That's ballsy, right? After we mess around through here, and it does seem to support what the monthly does play out, we do start getting bullish again into 2026 with some kind of fantastic economy news coming out and crypto legislation, and it's all fun and games, and everybody else is there, but we're in a bear market, it's not supposed to go up, and everybody refuses to think, I don't know. It's just a big old confusing, scrambled mess right now, and I think it's that way by design half the damn time. So I just want to on this. I'm focusing more on the trader thing than I am the spot trading. It's the perps, and we'll start doing some more perpies, and do my best to stick to my rules on that tiny account. To grow the tiny account. Famous last words. All right, let's take a look at some of these altcoins. You guys are saying that some of them are doing pretty good. This is what they're looking like over on the week. Looks kind of sad, but not as terrible as it could be. 11, 15% down across the board, 10%, 16, 20% for these little guys over here. They always get the brunt of the sell-offs, it seems like. Today's got a little green on it today, so some people are feeling a little cocky about some of these things. Syrup is still about where it always is. Pippin's at 18 cents. I don't know. Pippin might get a little rebound action there. Decred's at $20. That's not bad for you, Decred, right now. River's at $13 on its way down to 30 cents. Pendlewater 155. Wow, there are some really good deals out here. I mean, in relative to what prices we've been used to for the last little bit. Doesn't mean they can't go on another 90% discount, though. I'm just saying it happens more than we like to see it happen. I'm going to come over to the 4 hour. Zoom out. Go to take a look at Monkey. Take a look at Monk and see if we see that round bottom. Get off this crypto.com thing. Binance used to be the place you'd want to go to get a good chart, but then they got all freaky and picky about who they're going to let over there and blah, blah, blah. And so they had to start looking at some other exchanges. And Mexi is pretty good, so Bybit's pretty good now for that. I think you were talking about it on the weekly, though, weren't you? The weekly. Oh, we can clear this chart out. So, horizontal channel, which they are bearish to break to the downside, but you'd think they'd play in that longer. And in the bull market, maybe you're hoping that they don't break down, but then they do. And what was once support right there becomes magically the resistance area, and that's just how this stuff works. Try to respect that and take that angle. Bring it down here, and you can see that there was a little channel there, but gosh darn it, we broke that little sucker too. That sucks. I don't know if it'll go that measured move or not. What would that look like? That could be a sign she's got a little bit more down to go. She's definitely in a rounded bottom, but she's below the 9 moving average on the weekly, so not what I would, there's danger of it to keep coming down, right? That's just one. This is what I call the waffle pattern. It's like a chain link fence when you start following these trend lines, right? And start looking at these angles. It's kind of cool. But you can. Some people, a lot of people, maybe too many people, so many that it's easy to mess with them, with the market makers, and I think they often do, are all about the horizontal support and resistance. And nothing wrong with that. I still am too. I use the fibs for it. But there is so much more that you can get out of these diagonals if you just give them a chance. All right, let's look at it from the bigger picture over here. 7, 8 here. It's at an 886 for possible support. So that's from a bigger scheme of things, and that would be good. It's been a good area before when we went down there. And, but I still got a little bit more for this guy. I could see an argument for a little bit lower coming back down to the wick. So, rounding. 9 moving average on the 3-day starting to close in on the 21. Whether they cross or not, I don't know, but it could all be part of the rounding process. But Yeah, it's not in the expansion phase. That's the thing. So you can definitely play it through here and build a bag all through this area, you know, using our 232 fib idea, or 236. I'm sorry, sometimes I'll mix up those numbers. 236. I've noticed I've done that some lately. Don't know why. It's Alzheimer's. What? No, we're not saying that. Forbid that to happen in the name of Jesus. All right, right here. So basically, got this range of accumulation, but I mean, you got it's in the first stages, right? The best place where you, unless you're just trying to work it, and you can try to work it if you're sold on it, you can work on it. But the best thing is, you know, to kind of catch it when she's in the expansion phase over here. When he starts making them higher highs and higher lows in this phase, and then we get the more explosive moves. You know, we get some of these explosive moves. So I don't see it for I don't know whether that's on the very, very bigger time frames there. Smaller time frames, like the 4 hour, it might be doing something a little bit. That's that nice 886. So local time frames. I'm not saying that it's like she's going. She can bounce up and down and then come down there and do all this stuff. And that's probably what you'll see over time. But right now, it's probably in a good place right now for it to go up. Let's look for a little confluence on this. Yeah. All right. So short term, a little accumulation area up here to that 0.00000. That's a lot of zeros, man. 8. And look for that 9 area. I'm not saying how many zeros. Or 10-7 area. 10-7 area. Those are some nice little target areas to look at there. Now, the real question is, well, if we were to do that, would it be worth it? Would it be worth 27%, 25% on spot to the first target, which would be, you know, one of the next ones you hit, and then up to 50%. So you can look at something that could make 50% gains here at the bottom. Not bad. So when I'm looking at the bigger time frames, I'm not dissing it, but that's really what's happening in my personal opinion. It's going to go through quite a bit of period of accumulation probably. But short term, over the next day and week or something, you got some. It looks like altcoins are, like we said, with that pattern's playing out. It looks like it's going to. We can get a few days of up, surprisingly. Contrary to my thumbnail. I'm seeing some bullish signs for some of these on smaller time frames. Let's take a look at ladies and see how it's doing over here. Quick look at ladies on KuCoin. How is she doing? Rounding bot. Now, you ladies is about ready to go into the expansion phase. This one's almost set up for the expansion phase. If you caught that. All right, she went lower than what we wanted, so did everything else. But now it came all the way back down, retested her bottom, and we're still in this rounding thing. Accumulation is what I see for ladies. Let's get some of these guys off of here. We'll have to adjust all of our levels now since we get a newer low. But I don't want to erase everything else I've got here. So we did break through that guy. We don't need him anymore. I'll extend this on out, and well, let me adjust it just a little bit, because it can spell out some resistance that's up ahead for us. Right around through. Still got some work to do. And well, it coming down there makes our channel a lot more parallel. Now we got angles on it, right? Likely that's the bottom, in my personal opinion here. And this is the 4 hour. That's kind of cool. So I'd look for a breakout of this channel. I think altcoins are looking kind of juicy myself. Here on the 4 hour, you got the green dot saying, "Hey man, maybe you want to buy some." Be careful, your stochastics are kind of at the top. It could be a little iffy, but my prediction is something's getting ready to happen for altcoins. We're going to take a look at others on the 4 hour. That would be right here. Yeah, something's getting ready to happen for the altcoins. They're getting ready to do something short term here. Let's back up. Back up. You got some altcoin longs getting ready to happen here. Believe it or not, I'm surprised too. Here on the 3-day bouncing off the 800. That's cool. This will be shaky, don't get me wrong. Look at that. It's head and shoulder to the downside. Look at that big old ass head and shoulder. Got everybody bearish probably. I'm just looking at the moving averages right here, right now. Still, it's got work to do. Don't get it wrong, but for something, I don't know, next few days maybe. And eventually, I mean, I don't know if we're going to make any higher highs or anything, right? We're looking for higher lows, and then I'd be looking for shorts at those higher lows. I mean, lower highs. I mean, making lower highs. Get that straight. And I would be trying to look for shorts at lower highs. So maybe we come up close to these areas over here. And that would be nice. You can long up to, these areas. And then we'll start rolling over or hitting these areas, especially that 200 moving average right there. That might be the lower low. Then draw your trend line, and that would give you the first place to look for your lower low, right? Or your lower high. Your lower high. Your first place to look for your lower high. That's how your trend lines can help you out, right? Because it's not there. So we can long up to there for some altcoins. And if she gets a little frisky with this pattern, decides to come up and touch here, because that's what I'm seeing. If she gets a breakout from here, then we come up to the bigger pattern, which is just another bigger pattern can break up to. I'm seeing some good things possible here. Climbing up a little. I don't know if we'll get past here. But I think the sellouts got enough people and enough Degens to try to bring back altcoins just a little bit. Just not so that it's going to stick, right? So I would entertain some altcoin longs if you find a good setup. R.S. Miller loves those dingoes. Crypto squid. Gold is making me rich. But I love border collies also. How is I look at XAUT. We do have it. I do have it in the signals bot over there for PAX G. So that would cover the gold play. So if you're doing that, the signals are got. What are you doing over here? And the old banana. See, my take on it. Everybody thought gold trade was all over and stuff, but my take, we're still parabolic, baby. We haven't killed that yet. And man, this is getting so hard to. I don't know what's going on there. I don't think we need the curved lines. They were for emphasis, but she did have a nasty. That was quite a fall down in the 44. I wasn't really looking for that. We knew that it can come back to the bottom of the trend line. Man, a possibility, or you always should know it can always come back to the bottom of the trend line. It's a possibility. Probably need to make that trend line a bit more visible. I think orange is pretty easy to see so far. Let me get rid of some of these things and just kind of update what we got. I don't remember the last time I looked at this chart. Apparently somewhere before this trend line. I don't know. I can't remember. So, looks nice. Ooh, look at that 180 that 9 moving average did off the 200 one on the 4 hour. That's nice gold. Yeah, I don't think it's over. I bought some more gold too on my thing, my iTrust account. Let's see if these targets are still in effect. Because I think they are. We can do something else too now. We'll do the actual trend base extension. So for that 1-to-1 move right up through there, yeah, that's where we're coming in. Yeah, it's still getting right around 61.50 right through that area. Still getting that. We'll look at this idea here. Let me get rid of this little booger. I don't think I need that one either. 886 retracement right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a beautiful. So now we got to figure out what else she's doing. She got the 886. Okay. We go from high to low, and that's probably where... No, we got to do some adjustment over here. So coming up on one of the areas to look at, looks like we're headed up toward at least 51.6 right now. Now, I'd be curious to see what happens. I know we're like, well, it can keep on going and keep on going, but what if it comes, it'll come back. What if it gets a retracement there? This is where these ideas can help you see some things that you might not be, thinking about. It helps me that way. Where we come up here and retrace, and now we're looking for, well, where could be our higher lower? We'll find that out. But if it comes all the way back down here close, then we got some, other noticeable targets over here that we can be looking at. And I'm just saying. If you've heard me talk about the dance between the moving averages and going into moving average strategy, which is phenomenal, there's also a dance between the Fibonacci's. It's quite a rabbit hole, but it's fascinating. Anyway, I like what I'm seeing here for gold, and let's see if she can come on up. Now, the targets we want to look for on the upside, if we can get past that 618, right up here, 54 and 53. She went at 886 deep right there. And she might get some rejection here with the lower high for a minute if we consolidate for a minute. Or she may be getting some, just getting that momentum to start working on these highs over here. We don't know until we get there, but we can sure play it on the way up, right? Because from here to there's another 8% gains on just spot price gold. And if we can get up to the $6,100 target area, that's 20% gains on you. Ain't too much to ask for, in my personal opinion. We tweak you up a little bit. 114 right there. It's 61. Why did you? Oh yeah, because you wick down a little bit lower today. Oh crap! Now I got to do them all. Wait a minute, that was you though. That is you. All right. What? All right, we're updating our little target areas over here. So 57, 59, and 61 are what we got for our fibs, adjusted for whatever we've done over here since we looked at this chart. Sometimes you got to tweak them up just a little bit based on what it gives you. Still, might end up tweaking them again. All right, let's take a look at Pippin. Pippin, what are you doing? Over on... Ooh. You're testing the 800 moving average. It's not time to talk to you yet. I don't know if you met where you need to go. If that idea is true. I don't even know if I looked at it right. 618. You're at the 786. Did you Gartley us? Yeah, you did. Yeah. Pippin's at a good spot. This is a Gartley pattern, a bullish Gartley, and here are targets. I might try this one. No, you're not supposed to. Supposed on to do Bitcoin. That's what you said. Damn it, Sean, get out of my head. Bitcoin. All right, you got that idea. If you look at your trend lines over here and your lines of support and resistance, all that good stuff, you can see you got some resistance at 26 cents. It's going to be pretty noticeable, so I would probably keep that in mind. It's probably a fibbed it out there, but I didn't draw it. Where do you line up with? Right at our 382 area, right just a little bit below that, or our 236 area. I'm sorry. Man, you need to dial them things. No, you got it. You got it. No, you didn't. Oh man, I've been sloppy. Double check your work. Double check your work. I just do what I normally do, and I draw a big old red line right there to catch that support resistance flip area. That nice little woulda, coulda, shoulda bought some more here. So that's kind of an interesting formation here. That's a nice one. Big, thick Ichimoku cloud. Let's come down to smaller time frames and see what you're looking at over here. I'm playing, yeah. I'm getting ready to jump in. I'm going for 25 cents on one. Pippin! You got me. I'm going. You're. Why am I doing it? It's above my 9 moving average. I already see a breakout. I'm gonna play. She's above the 200 on the 15. This is giving me all the ribbon flips. I'll probably jank around here for a little bit, but to me, she's ready to start trying to do a little something. I don't mind building a little bit of a position on it. A nice little curve going on there. Nice little trend line that we're at the bottom of. It ticks my boxes where my little Degen goes, I'll take a little nibble on you. How far do we got to go down before we get out? Ooh, that's 7%. I can't do too much. 5%. Actually, I could. Breaking the trend line is going to get below this guy over here. Where both of those ideas would invalidate. I could put a tighter stop if I need to. Let's go over and see what we can do on here. Pippin! I'd like to see you go to like 30, 50, 54 cents again. That would be awesome. We figure out how to find Pippin over here on Blowfin. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Right here we go. Right up there. So let's try Pippin. Pippin! Oh, crap. Try it again. Pip. So, yeah, futures is what I'm looking for there. Let's go see Pippin. I'm still up 17%. Bitcoin's come down a little bit, hasn't it? On my Bitcoin play over there. So we were looking at I was looking at 25 cents. What is this? A 15-minute time frame? Am I being too? She could range around through here for a little while. So. All right, Pippin. Now here's one thing that I like about Blowfin. They're not starting me out with 20x trying to set me up for any kind of, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but I don't have to worry about accidentally getting into a 20x or a 50x long on cross margin or anything. I think it may have started isolated, but they're coming up isolated in 3x. That's very reasonable. That is very reasonable. I gotta say that I'm gonna shout out for Blowfin. I don't know if they'll ever even notice this, but I like that. That's nice. Because the other ones feel scammy when they do that, and that's not scammy. That's cool. I need to see what kind of commodities and stuff you got over here. I see Mega over here. That's not the stock. I haven't looked. Wait a minute. Did you tell me anything? Stocks. They do have stocks. What you got? They got Hood, Tesla, and INTC. And, okay, cool. So that's starting to become a thing. Getting more of those over here on Blowfin. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get it. Excuse me. Sorry. How much am I putting in here? Do I want to do this? Yeah, let's go ahead and get this set up. I'm going to get in the habit of using this thing. 15 minute. We got this little guy. My trade is invalidated if that trend line breaks, so I'm going right underneath you, right underneath that other one. So we're looking at 17.3. We could do that. Or we could give us a little bit more wiggle room. Or we could use one of our Fibonacci ideas. Which says I should go for 16.9. What would that look like? What would that look like? My take profit trigger, I was going to do 25. What am I? I get $18 profit if we go up there? How much am I putting in? What am I risking? $2? This is only a $100 account, so I shouldn't be risking more than $1. Should not be risking more than $1 at that, unless I want to take my little stop lossy up a little bit, right? I'll probably get that tool out. Be like the big gurus on TV. They make it look so very impressive, and then you never let your profit hit. You just jump out and screw up your whole risk to reward structure. That's what we're talking about. Why does this volume look so weird over here, man? I'm just asking. And look, it's all straight. I mean, I like volume, but I like it when it's accurate. So 50-minute time frame, and you're angling up. We got 2 trend lines right there. I'm about to feel ballsy just to put a little tighter stop and just to go. It's right around the same though, dude. If you wanted to come down and be nasty and wick us out, you could do that. Oh, come on. Oh, what the hell? That was the wrong thing to go. I'm just sitting here figuring out a stop loss that I can handle on this tiny account. My fibs don't have everything set up over here. What's up with you? Let's set you up. Oh, you got a 272 right there. Good. I want to change you from a 4414 to a 1. And you better be green so I recognize you. This one needs to be red so I recognize it. Let me just... Will it save this stuff? Let me get my color codes in here. That way I don't have to guesstimate so much. I don't need that. I think we got everything. Most of it anyway. There's 6. That's too much from a stop loss. I'm going with 17.2. All right, now I can actually add up, and that gives me a 74-cent stop loss. That's doable. I'm gonna put it up to $1. 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 And going in. All right, so my stop loss is below this guy and right in par with this guy. And there should be some levels there to kind of help protect me a little bit. This level, and of course, the other ones we got spread out, the other 2. So I think I got some decent protection on this one and not going too tight. And then my tape prop is way up here. It's got some stuff to do, right? She's a little bit out there, a bit of a longer play. It'd be more like following this channel idea that we just identified. You see the channel? The channel? And if we were to put a time element with it, it means maybe we won't get up here until... Well, hell, that's today. Is that right? February 4th at 21? What time is it now? February 4th at 1. Oh, so tomorrow night, about the time of our show tomorrow night. That's what it kind of hints at. Definitely not something that's reliable. I would not bet the farm or bet your life that would happen, but it could, and sometimes it does. Gives you a little idea of what to be looking for time-wise. Something to guesstimate around. Well, let's come on over. We're through with Pippin over here, so well, that was cool. I wasn't expecting to find anything. I want to check out my little dark horse play that I've been playing for too many years. Decred. I like the tokenomics. What the hell? Are we still on all? We're on all sources. Crypto. What's all this crap? Why is all that stuff coming up first? Coin metrics and crap. That was weird. I'll look at you over here on KuCoin. You're at night. What? You're dropping a little bit. I'm making higher lows. Decred, are you trying to? That'd be cool if you're trying to do something at some kind of bottom idea. I'm still waiting for it to hit $250 again. It never did. So disappointed. Get it up to about 30 on this one. I don't think I like this particular coin. I don't think they got enough liquidity on that one. Try mix C. Yeah. Ultimately, I like this, but this goes back to November of 2025. That's a pretty nice roundy bottom. And remember what we were talking about earlier. So you got this contraction phase, right? However you want to define it. You might even define it like that or something, right? Usually looks a little bit like a channel or a falling wedgie. Then you start getting this expansion phase that starts happening, right? And we'll go from here. I could do an open and broadening megaphone, but she's already got a little support over here, so we're going to track that support. And this is what we're looking for. So now it looks like we're doing some expansion, possible expansion phase here. Looks like it started a little early. No harmonic, unless this is going to be the harmonic butt crack, and we just hopefully don't come down here and continue up in some different angle. Hopefully it keeps the same curve that we're on. Seems a little early here, but it's already started expanding with that last time is up to $30. And believe it or not, now what do you think about we can one day come and look and we're up 100% here and we're up at $40 again? Sounds crazy, I know, right? But no, that'll never happen, man. That'll never happen. Until that one day you're like, oh crap. Maybe that stuff happened. And then that's when we go, nailed it. I'm just saying, I'm not selling my Decred. I haven't sold my Decred. I'm not going to. I'm still holding this one. All right, so that's what we're kind of looking at here. And if we go just a little bit local for Decred and examine this, and well, this will work on any chart that looks kind of like Decred. 22 and then 25 would be a nice little target. So short term, $25 target looks kind of juicy. I don't know that 22 going from 19 is going to be that big of a come up unless you're trying to play it on some kind of futures, and I don't even know if you can. 786 is coming up in what's the word? Confluence with our coulda, woulda, shoulda bought some zone. So I kind of like these ideas for trying to get back up there. And if we try to do a little bottom pattern over here with this higher high, look at this. When we got swing low to swing high, where did we bounce from? The 886. What happens when we do that? We start going up. We look for bottoming patterns, and we got a double bottom, possibly a triple bottom set up down here. And I don't think this one looks that bearish at the moment. It's already been beat the hell up. Let's see if we got any divergence. Any major divergence going on there? I'm not seeing any divergence. Not seeing, but it's following right along with it there. So that's just what I'm doing with me bag. I'm just waiting. You may come over and talk to the chat over here. What you guys doing right now? What you wearing? What you got on? Came back to the stream. Came back and the stream was gone. I guess my cat wanted. Oh, and what? The cream was gone. I guess my cat wanted the ice cream. This is my jam. I feel like I was going to make a lower high, but it's been defying all logic. Well, that's true. What did we determine on that? I haven't posted any of these charts. I should have. XAUT. Why is that not? Am I dyslexic? I've never been dyslexic. I make a high, make a lower high. It might. It could in the bigger picture of things. What are we looking at here? I thought we might have went over that. 6-1. Oh well, that's a 6-1. It could be. Yeah. We talked about it. The lower high being the 618 there, and I'd be looking for a Gartley pattern, which could be bullish. Yeah, it could play some games with it. So it means it's going to go straight up and go to a higher high. Although it could be doing that too, and AB equals CD from this. I don't. They usually don't. But I don't know. We'll entertain that idea. Bounced out of support. And then from this one is an 886, right? Everything that we want to see happen for a bottom. For a bottom support area. That's everything we want to see. So yeah, but if it does break the highs, then we're starting to look for up to 6. But yeah, gold. How we doing over here on R.I.P with our Pippin trade? I'm up 5 cents. Where else can you go to make 5 cents in like 15 minutes? It's the only channel here on YouTube. I'm just saying. Join my group. Oh, speaking of which, man, I forgot my grifter. I have not been grifting, man. My bad. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I've even lost my grifter. Where's my? We still got you on here, right? Why are you gone? Yeah, if you want to be able to make 5 cents in 15 minutes, you should join my OnlyFans footsie group, where it's just you and me in this little room. I'm just saying, it's a cozy, very intimate situation where, I deliver these Bitcoin charts to you every day, privately set up. And you got my fungusy toenails that are going to point to an entry and your take profit or your exit, your exit place. It's only $2,495 a month. It is worth every penny. How dare you post that super chat over my OnlyFans ad? I'm busy grifting, mister. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. My OnlyFans fancy fuck group, $2,499 a month. Love you guys in Dubai. Hey, this is for later tonight, okay? Oh, looky. Yeah, I know. Not too much. Sorry. Ooh. I'll get a little risky. Oh, showed you some leg. I'll see you guys in the chat room tonight. Love you. All right. Yeah, you guys could be there cool too. It's just $2,499, $2,499 a month. Still in my Christmas special from 2 years because I'm not that greedy. Just saying. Is it good ass coffee time? That's what I'm seeing from Scar. You sent me $2 to say good ass coffee time. For real? Where? Well, God bless you, my man. Thank you so much. Just a good ass cup, just because. Thank you, Scar. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support in the chat. It is. I guess it's my request. It's good ass coffee time.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
I need to get me a standing bass. I like the standing bass in that song. Thank you so much, Scar. I appreciate you. Another round of clappies. I think I came over here to check out my Bitcoin thing. Just to see what it's looking at. What's Bitcoin doing over here? Let's expand this thing. Can you expand it? I figured you go full screen. Am I hitting the wrong button? Oh, look, you can do all that over there. Oh, what's the death? Ah! Wow, that changed. What are we on? What time frame am I on over here? That changes a lot. What the hell? There we go. That's the button I was looking for. Expand this thing out a little bit. How we doing, Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Still not where I can put my stop loss up there, but I bought on this candle. I think that's the first one that I bought on the little dippy dip. Oh, you're breaking the little lackluster trend line that we got there, so you're not. You have not cleared B. You have not cleared B. I got a feeling she may be coming down for a minute. Oh my God. And on the 15 minute, so I'm not on the 1 minute getting scared. That's a 15. That should be something. Let's go check out, see what's going on over here. Do I need to put my stop loss to break even and see if I can get a better entry? That might be what I need to do. See if we can get a better entry. We're not getting our play that we looked at. We're getting something different. I'm going to come down to the 6 minute over here. And Bitcoin. What the hell is going on over? You try a 6 minute, 200 moving average. Oh, it could be rolling over. We'll know here. We'll see what it does here on that 50 moving average. Lose that one, and we've got a rollover situation happening over here. And it could be, what else have we got going on over here? Swing low to swing high. 382. Yeah, you got to. Oh, but you did double toppy. Yeah, that's not harmonic-y. That's just double toppy. Yeah, with trend line resistance there. That's not looking good for my long right now. You're breaking trend line right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move it to break even. And if I get stopped out, I will look for a better entry. That way I preserve my capital. So I will put mine at break even right there. And I would that will probably get stopped out there. Let me go check out my other ones there. Because that one's my Bitcoin. All right, my other one's already down. My other one's down 48 cents. It's almost at probably better. Where do we have our stop loss on that one? Let me try this other angle right here and see what we got. So you got some possible support there. All right, and you are below me right now. I like to put my stop losses where it invalidates my idea, but my trend lines are already telling me my idea is getting invalidated, possibly. And this one right here would be the invalidator. And rather than taking a $3 loss, which is too much for me on that one, let's pull it up to here. That's more $1.84. Let's get it more around $1. I'll go just right there below that movement. It'll probably come get me though. $1 is my risk limit, and you can only control what you lose in this. And I don't want to, and I've actually got a little bit more over that. Put it right at $1. That's as much as I'm risking on this account on these trades. It's technically, I think it's like 90 something dollars I put over here for this one, right? So we're at 90. We got $98. So that's what I got to do to be a responsible degen, if there is such a thing. So. And then we can look and see if we can get a better entry rather than go into drawdown, which is often what I've let these accounts do, and just let them go into drawdown, and then it can take you forever. You think I'll add to the trade, but when you add to a trade on your perps, it doesn't help you that much. It doesn't. You have to add a lot. And if you add it too soon, it does, and then go lower, and then you're just as bad off, right? And that drawdown continues. So best to cut the drawdown off as soon as it starts. That's me preaching to myself here, and not to let these bad habits come out over here. All right. So being responsible, trying to implement the rules, be a more strict trader over here on this account. And we'll see what happens over there. So Pippin, how you doing, Pippin? I'm up 14 cents at Pippin. Who knows this? Who else knows this? Who else gives you 15 cents in 15 minutes? Nobody on YouTube. That's the only turkey out here that's gonna show you how you can make 15 cents in 15 minutes with Pippin. Yeah. That's what we do here. I can't do it. I can only do it in jest. I don't see how people can do this and be serious about that all the damn time. That's gotta be a tiring act. Unless it's just part of your personality being an asshole, I guess. Maybe that's what's going on. I want to come down to the 5-minute time frame just so I can see a little bit more action. I like green candles. Green candles make me happy. I really do like green candles a whole lot. Why do I look like I'm in the... Oh, I'm still in Bitcoin. Oh, good. You're the one that needs it. I was looking at Pippin. Look at I like green candles. Look at that green candle. Yeah, clap. Act stupid for the algorithm. Yeah. See, this is what we do. This is what we do every day. Where else can you come find this kind of alpha? Well, I can tell you exactly where you can go. You can go to the OnlyFans Footsie group. It's only $2,499 a month. And for the algorithm, I just talk about this every 5 minutes during the show. Yeah, we're turning into a real YouTube channel. All right. So cool. At least we didn't suck on this one yet, right? It actually respected our trend line there. The pyro trend lines. I like trend lines. So let's hope that maybe let's keep going. Altcoins are, I'm telling you, I think that we'll see a little comeback on altcoins. Maybe just a little, may turn into something better. The Harmonic suggests it turns into something good. This could be a bear trap idea. You're just hearing the first of it by the Harmonics. They're saying, this could be a bear trap. You might want to look at some stuff. Well, if you buy on the bottoms, you can control your risk better. That's one way to look at it. That's how I look at it. Right? You know, I think the low lows, you can set a tighter stop loss in case you're wrong. Or you can wait till it gets up here and gets above this level. Or something like that. I mean, you could wait till it gets up here. The only thing is, if you enter there, rather than waiting for the next higher low to enter in, which is that's what WD Gann says and some others. I think it becomes kind of standard knowledge for those ideas. Yeah, you come back and you get the retest idea. That's what you do. Your best entries, according to traditional entries and trading, is to verify. You know, you want to play by the more conservative book. You wait for the higher high, and then you buy the higher low, and then you got the best of both worlds. You can get tighter stop losses in case you're wrong. After you get your little bounce confirmations and whatever you're seeing, looking for bottom confirmations here that we got support, right? Fibonacci and all this other stuff. And looking at our tick boxes, we got a little pattern there going on. Looks like it's going down. Above the 9, breaking the trend line. Yeah, all those little things on the smaller time frames. And that's your best entry for whatever you're doing. That's according to the masters, okay? But if you're a DJ, just saying. Let me come back over to the chat over here. Let me get rid of that one. And I heard some of that mystery money music of fan funding. Hey, to please, Scar. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Scar, but I appreciate you. Let's take a look at Cardano. My beef with Cardano is it's got too many coins. That's why it moves like molasses. I still have PTSD from when it stayed around 3 to 4 cents forever during a bear market. I had it on that big ass. They had some kind of big ass wallet, big ass file you had to download. It's just a pain in the ass to use that wallet, and I guess it was working something with the chain. I don't know, but it was. I remember those days, man. But it was the first peer-reviewed one, and that's what got me. I thought, well, this one's kind of. I think you should get a vote of confidence and. What's happened with it? The tokenomics suck, in my personal opinion. But you can't talk to Charles about that. He'll tear you a new one. He don't want to hear nobody talking about the tokenomics. But didn't they do something else? Aren't they? I don't know. Looking at light or something. That's nice. So 23 cents. So accumulation between. Oh, no, that's 37 cents. Accumulation between 29 and 37 cents from that big wick that we had there. Let me zoom out a little bit and just kind of see what we got going on in this bigger picture of things. Like you lost a trend line, but on the smaller things where it counts where we've been since 2023, you might still be within its good graces. Oh yeah, back in 2020 and even that, back in the 3 cent day. It stayed here forever, man. Yeah, you think I'm kidding, right? Yeah, I was in Cardano, not a whole lot, but it would have been worth a whole lot considering where it went. All through here, this is the rounding bottom accumulations. This is what they look like, right? They squeeze and then they start the expansion phase. I wasn't kidding you on that. But yeah, look how long it stayed down here at 3 cents. Oh, it got up to 10 if you're lucky, but then she came back down to 3 and 3 and 4 cents. Just forever, man. If it ever did anything, you're like, oh my God, when you're going to hit like 30 cents or something. But eventually one day, she gained some traction, 9, 10, 15 cents, hung out at 15 cents, and then started exploding up to $1.45. And so that's the benefit of playing the long game with these rounded bottom shapes like that. Just saying. What are we on, the weekly? Draw that trend line from down there. We're losing it. We could come back into it, right? Yeah, it did before with that wick. Hey, where's all my crap over here? Am I on the... Oh, I'm on total. What happened? Oh, I see what I did. I went to the... Sorry, that's why nothing's showing up. I'm on the wrong damn screen. That's my altcoin screen over here. I got to get back over here. Let me take a look at it over here. Go back to where we were there. Like all my indicators and all that stuff weren't showing up. So we're looking for a 113. If things don't improve for it soon, I mean, it's doing it's right where it was when we started right here back in August of 2024, and we're back where we were August of 2024. Before it went up, December of 2024, we hit $1.34. Okay, so it can make a big ass move like that. It's done it before and jumped up 300% from these areas that we're at right now. The only thing is we lost a trend line, and that means something. We got candle closes on the weekly, and that kind of means something. There's some bearish crosses going on here, and that kind of means something. And we got this target down here about 14 cents, which also kind of means something. So I don't see a bullish argument for this one yet on the weekly. Let's see what we got over here on our indicators. Stochastics are buried. They can stay that way while we keep dropping, though. That's what happened over here. They were buried, and we just kept on dropping. So just because the stochastics are at the bottom doesn't mean it's ready to pop up, right? And you keep on going. And we just now came back down there. There should be some divergence here trying to form, though. So maybe we're close to an area, and so that might be where this double bottom is. Maybe we get some divergence over here on smaller time frames to help. But man, what are you saying over here on MACD? I'm not seeing it yet. So it's kind of critical that this 27, is it 27 cents? It's kind of critical that that area holds, or else I'm looking for right at 14 cents. I hope it doesn't happen. But those would be the caution places, I suppose. But it hasn't broken this since August of 20. Well, it was below it before, so that would be one of the first areas at 24. We dropped down to there and tested that. There might be some wiggle room there, right? But if losing those levels, then 14. I hope it don't see 14 out of it. Let me see if there's anything over here that I'm missing. What is this? Okay, 786. We're looking at butterfly pair. Butterflies can. Okay, we're looking at the harmonic theory over here. We come from down here. Up here, we got our 786 retracement, and then we come within reason right up here, right around the 618 area, right? These go deep. These go to the 27, which is a little bit lower than what I've got, or to all the way down to the 618. For this number right here. That's the number I'm looking at. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So this would be one support area for it, and oh crap, I picked the wrong one. But after it confirms, then that would be the bounce area. Oh, it could come all the way down here if it goes for the deep version. The deeper version. 1618. Oh my God, you can't do that. That's zero. Or yours is 618 of Well, that's interesting. You're the 1618 of this, right? Or is that right? Is that correct? You're the 22. Okay. And you're the 1618 of that, the right under 113 area. So it kind of paints a picture for. Oh man, couldn't know. That would be bad. So that could imply, we're looking for altcoins to kind of bounce up a little bit. Short term is kind of what was really being hint at right now. But after maybe that bounce, looking at Cardano, and if it can get here, that could be spelling out a bigger picture for altcoins. For when, as a little hint that maybe after that retest over there that they come lower. That's kind of scary. But I look at those ideas too. That's still not looking good. You got a lot of work for Cardano to do over here. Okay, smaller term time frames is trying to, and we are starting to see things pick up on altcoins, right? Man, it is really starting to look like we might get a little pump out of altcoins, but they still got a lot of work. And there could be that situation we get those lower highs and start going for lower lows. So be cautious. Like I said, there's some I'm seeing some bullish signs for some altcoins right now, but we gotta be take it with a grain of salt. Again, I want to come back and talk about this thing. We are at a bottom area, right? We're at a bottom area, and this pattern says, maybe we can recover a little bit, right? And come back up close to where we were before. It says that. It says that's a good possibility to happen. But you just don't say, oh, that's definitely happening, because everything else can happen. We still got this thing to go through. We got hurdles to go through. We got milestones to make. So that's the first one that's coming, and cross out this possibility, right? We got to work our way through the bear scenarios. Then we got to come up and take out some horizontal targets, right? We got to take out this guy, right, with altcoins. After we do that, and catch our breath and foam around on here, and then we got to come out and take out the horizontals, right, and get a higher high, and then probably play, and then we got to start working about taking these guys. It's got a lot of work to be going on here, but we're at the perfect place to make your first step, is what this pattern says. So I'm looking for some bullish action to be coming out of altcoin over the next little bit. It's 4-hour chart. Sagittarius over for the next few days, probably going into Friday before they, do what they usually do to us over the weekend, which is basically I just feel dirty, nasty, and used with stains all over this. Never mind. I don't want to talk crusty socks and stuff. I don't know. It just wait after the weekend. This is nasty. Sometimes during the weekend, it just makes you feel nasty in this market, right? Some of the weekends was cool, but most of them make you feel nasty, like you've just been used. Rode hard and put up wet. All right. How do we get out of here? I forgot. I forgot. Alt click. Control. Oh, there we go. There we go. 20 people hanging out. Thank you for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you.
Well, we've been going for almost our 2-hour segment here, and I want to come back and take a look at Bitcoin. Is this the thing we're looking at? That's one of them. Zoomer in here. How we doing on this small time? Oh, stop drawing the yellow lines, man. How we doing over here on this thing? On the 6-minute time frame. Oh, that's the wrong button. What happened? This chart's kind of cluttered. Okay. Well, we're starting to get some rejection here on this 200. Losing that 50. Remember we talked about that situation. So did I get stopped out? I probably got stopped out. No, I'm not stopped out yet. Oh well, that's not the right one. It was this one. If it's there, I haven't got stopped out yet. But it's more than likely coming. Is there any hope? Oh, no, not really. Yeah, she's coming for me right there. I think she'll get me. Oh, shoot. Should I make some profit from it? I'll put you up just a little bit. Take care of some of them trading fees just a little. Not that much. All right, so we got this little area right now that is testing this little low, and I think she just lost it too. So it looks like she's coming for me. So I'm going to, instead of trying to go into drawdown or taking the stop loss, I'm going to go ahead and let it just kind of get me in just a smidgen of profit there. Being more on the side of, in favor of the purse than the trade. Which I didn't get the greatest entry right. If I got it down here, I'd be in a much better position, but I wasn't. I don't even think I had any money over here then. I put the money over here just right before the show, so I'm not trying to screw up this account. But there are some ideas we're going up, and if there is, I'll look for a different entry to get in if I'm trying to do it. But it's starting to pan out like maybe our initial idea, an initial one, where we came down to I bet you double top though, but I was looking for something down here, but I think that validated that idea. So we're still watching. There's still a chance that we bounce here. I just don't have a solid trend line. Nothing there yet. Nothing there yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight as we watch Bitcoin try to recover a little bit here. My bigger thesis is that Bitcoin is trying to do something kind of juicy right now. And my targets are 79.4, 79.5 in that area for short term. But it does look like we can get out of this little channel area and get up to about 83.3. At that point, man, I mean, the harmonics are saying, and that'll be a lower high from here. We could be rolling over. And I don't know, we might be working on lower areas, working down to 68. That's very real, very possible. But right now, short term, she's wanting to rock and roll a little bit. You got the little green dot over here. You got some bullish divergence coming in. She's wanting to do a little bit of partying after that big sell-off. And I guess get us riled up in, what is today? Oh, hell, today's Wednesday. Yeah, today's Pump Day Wednesday after a full moon. Yeah, I can see them trying to run us into Friday, maybe into Saturday, getting us all, and then pull the old slam out. So getting us set up for the weekend trap, ladies and gentlemen, is how I interpret it. I do like that falling volume on price, I gotta say that. Well, the price is falling too. Above the 9 on what? What? Oh, you lost it on the 36. What was it? Was it the 1 hour? Above the 9 moving average on the 1 hour. That's good. I need you to work your happy ass up here to 79,486. What I got me target. So I can win, what is it, $20 or something like that crazy? Thank you everybody for hanging out. See you again tomorrow night. I'll catch you. I'm going to the end screen, and if you got any songs you want to hear over there, I've got a couple that we're playing. I'll see if I can dig them up if they're handy in there already. But go into the end screen, listen to some of the original crypto music, hang out in the chat, catch up with anything that I might have missed in the last few minutes, and get ready for tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Keep Jesus in your life. Just saying, you'll hear that every night from me. It's never going to change. Never going to change. Get used to it. I'm a Jesus fan. All right. See you tomorrow.
Bring me a high low. Pump the charts alive. Watch the market soar, where the gains thrive. Bring me a high low. Q4's funky beat. By the dance to the crypto heat. By the wave we're breaking through.
I guess Cooter Bob has become a staple over here on the end screen.
Bring me a high low. Oh, crypto groove, let's take control. Think about it, there's a higher low to find. Market's dropping low, but we're rewind. With every dip, the setup's clear to see. Bitcoin's bouncing back with energy. Sentiments at 54, neutral in the air. Fuel's buzzing loud, catching every step. Volatilities are groove, we move with the flow. Dreaming of the rally, let the profits grow.
That's a good point. That could be a good point. Maybe where we're starting to see some bullish activity come in. I don't know. Love the turtle. He is kind of cool. He is pretty cool. So probably one of the coolest versions of Cooter so far. Turn the music down a little bit.
turn to hit the floor.
Yeah.
Altcoins slipping, but we're asking for more. 5 UK down on what I fold. The drop was bold, but October's.
Oh, you have a lot from 3 cents. That's cool. I don't have any. Have it for as long as I kept staking it. That was worth it, staking it.
Bring me a higher low. Feel the bounce in the beat, let it show. Bring me a higher low. Let the gain start to glow. Bring me
I've seen some turtles book it a little bit. Yeah.
Watch the market soar where the gains thrive.
This was the original idea here. Right now we're looking at this guy. And it may be higher if it's no. No, you were the one, right? Yeah, either way that we go, I'm still looking at the same target. Whether we bounce here or we come down to the lower areas. Which it looks like that's what we're getting ready to do.
Bring me a higher low.
Rip the band-aid off, eh? No, it's not out yet. Pippin's up 20 cents. Oh, now it's down 13. Now it's at 13 cents. Thank you, Pippin. Oh, you got up here, Blowfin.
They're watching you. They're watching you.
New coins. What you got over here? INX. What is that?
I know what you're thinking. I see where you're at. You stop sitting pretty just a tick above.
This is what's hot. Zora's hot again?
You
What?
think you're hidden.
Damn, I think my Zora position's gone.
They know you're escape. They scan every level. They map every move. They wait for the shakeout. They wait for the groove.
It's 87. That might be interesting to look at some point. Tesla's at 420. 420!
Already saw it in the dead of the night. They don't sleep, they don't blink, they don't miss a thing. They know your pain points, they know what you bring. You can hide in cold storage, you can lock it away. But the market makers are watching every single day. Ooh, they're watching. Market makers, they're watching you. They see your every move. Markers, they're watching you.
High or low? High or high?
Makers, they're watching
Maybe I'll get lucky on this one.
They know where your stops are. Market makers, they're watching you. They're gonna hunt you down. They're
I
watching
may lower you just a little bit back again. Give you a little breathing room just in case you get a little funky here. Just a little bit.
you. Move your position, you slide it down low. They follow right after they already know. You think it's random, you think it's just noise, but the wicks are deliberate. They're hunting your
That's funny.
voice. You set a liquidation, you set a tight range. They push just enough to trigger the change. You feel the sweat, you feel
Oh, no, he did the news. I always miss that.
makers are laughing down the thread. They don't care if you're right.
Good night, everybody.
If you're wrong.
See you on the next one. God bless you.
They just want the song.
Good night, John Boy.
Scream at the
Good night, John Boy.
screen.